Good morning, everybody, and this is your local witch doctor, and this is metaphysical science. Okay. I told myself I wasn't gonna laugh. Anyway, I will start right now with my disclaimer. Metaphysical science has no proof from physical science as of yet. Therefore, everything we're going to talk about and we're going to do is mere speculation. It has no basis in truth whatsoever, except maybe for the metaphysical scientists. In 100 years, however, they will be watching these videos in anthropology classes because they will have found metaphysical evidence, and they'll be saying, there, you see, right there, her ancestor was talking, and right there, she was the one laughing because of what her ancestor just said. On behalf of my ancestors, the storyteller, and my grandmother, who are about this business, welcome to their session. We love light and everything else. And we're going to go hard today. We're going to go hard today. Okay. So today we are starting off with P. Diddy and Lori Harvey. I really didn't want to do that couple because to me personally, not to my ancestors, but to me personally, it screamed like publicity stunt, mistake. People made a mistake over this relationship. I saw it as a much older man who was trying to help a little girl he's known for a long time and who dated his son. I did not see a romantic link, but then I'm a fool. Okay. Let's just put it out there. I am a fool. I did not see a romantic relationship there. I didn't. So I couldn't be bothered to place that couple in front of my ancestors. I just didn't. I just said people are making a big deal about nothing. There's no relationship here. This is just a mentor and mentee. It's business. And then lo and behold, I open media takeout. Yes. I go to media takeout once so often. I also read the daily news. I read anything and everything. I went to journalism school, is what we do. So anyway, I open media takeout, which I actually love. And I read that they broke up. And I said, no. A couple that was never together was never a couple. So they couldn't have broken up. Media takeout. Lies, and more lies. And I said, what the fuck is wrong with you, girl? Just put them in front of your ancestors. Put them in front of the team and see what the team comes up with. See what the team says. And that's what I'm doing today. That's what I'm doing right now with my pretty self. Because today I looked in the mirror and I said, oh my gosh, I'm really pretty. Tomorrow I'm going to say, oh my gosh, I'm really nasty. Just out of interest, my girlfriend said to me, I'm not surprised your ancestor is Xhosa. You always looked South African to me. And I said, well, that makes one of you because I'm surprised as hell. Although there were always family rumors. There were always family rumors that my family originated from Cape Town. The rumors were always there. But, whatever. That was like years ago before our time. Anyway, this morning I looked at myself and I appreciated myself, and I hope you do so too as we mind other people's business. We're going to get into it right away. You will notice that I don't have as many shells anymore. And I hope this will also be a learning class for you guys, because my ancestor, the big one, he is tweaking some of the things Grandma and I do. He has chosen not to really participate in this. He has chosen to let my grandma run the ship because she's doing so well, right? But he will tweak a few things. And one of the things that he has tweaked is the number of shells I have in the plate. He said there were too many, and that they enabled bad spirits to latch on because the messages from the veil would be like a lot, right? So he said, so let us streamline the messages from the veil, make them smaller, and you will get more clarity. So he'll be tweaking as Grandma and I go through our stuff, right? So just, this will also be like, for the next like 10 videos, he shall be tweaking us so that we get more clarity, less confusion, etc, etc. In other words, so that we get better at what we do, right? So I chose, I was supposed to just be doing this for myself and then watching later, but I'm choosing to share with you so that those of you who also want to let their ancestors lead them and guide them to reading shells can get an inkling of what a lesson looks like, or 10 lessons, right? Okay, so now I have fewer shells. I actually like it. So we're blowing them in the wind, cleaning them, and we're thinking, P. Diddy and Lori Harvey. 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 See, I still say there's no relationship, but we'll see, because a shell just fell. But we'll see. P. Diddy and Lori Harvey. Okay. Then we're going to wake the veil, because this is actually in the morning. So we're going to wake everybody up in the veil by shaking these bitches right here. Right? And we're going to call to the courts of the Bantu. P. Diddy. P. Diddy. P. Diddy. P. Diddy. P. Diddy is in a wonderful place in his life right now. He is so relaxed. He walked into the plate wearing white. White stands for peace, acceptance of self, of his female ancestors too, because they're white. The color white is for the female ancestors too. It stands for, you know, death as well. I mean, let me just like put it out there. Okay, it stands like for death as well, you know, why hide it? But anyway, he's in a very peaceful place. His health is good, his life is flowing, and he says, I ain't got no bitch though. That's what he just said. I ain't got no bitch though. So would you like one? So, yeah, of course I would like a bitch. But the older you get, the harder it gets to get true love. It becomes about money, and I ain't so sure I want to pay a bitch to be with me. And he's very outspoken today. We are very lucky. He is very, very outspoken. So P, this I'm getting from my ancestor, the big one. He says, ask him. Okay, so P, may I bring Lori Harvey into the plate? He says, sure you can. I don't see why though. See, I'm getting excited because I told you guys I didn't think there was a relationship. But anyway, still, I would like to find out about your relationship. It ain't nothing. There was nothing there. People love to sensationalize. Okay. We're not going to take his word for it because we're in that business, right? So now we're going to call Lori, okay? Lori Harvey to come and sit next to her man, Okay? Lori. Okay, if there were no feelings between these two, then Lori is not is acting very weird. But if there were feelings between these two, then Lori is acting just fine. She literally ran into the plate, literally hugged him, held on to him real tight, and laughed and laughed and laughed like a little girl. That laughter shows us that Lori is very immature. She's had things taken care of for her for a very, very long time, and she's not yet on her own 2 feet. We wouldn't consider her an adult in the real world. We wouldn't. She comes out as a doll, a very, very pretty doll that has been handled with care and love, and has been told, don't worry your pretty head over this, don't worry your pretty head over this. But this girl is highly emotional. She's extremely emotional. She feels pain a lot. She takes anti-anxiety meds. I actually see her taking them. She takes anti-anxiety meds, and she is easily devastated. Thinks her life ain't worth much. Is surrounded by people who are not really her friends. This girl doesn't really have friends. Believes her mother is her best friend, and she's lonely. Her one thing that she wanted to do in life was to get married young and have babies, have a family of her own as soon as possible. And she says she's even failing at that. She misses the man who was her fiance, and while she is in this plate, he says she was too childish for him. He just couldn't take it anymore in the end. I believe Lori is always getting dumped. But let's see. Was there a relationship between Lori and P. Diddy? And if so, oh Lord. See, I'm telling you people, there was no relationship. Lord have mercy. Okay. You know, because it keeps falling. The shit keeps falling. But, whatever it was, it ended. Let me put it that way. Let me not put words in my ancestor's mouth. Because, you know, that's what he's basically saying. He's basically saying, you are determined to see this the way you want to see it. Okay. And the way you want to see it is not the way it is. So, yeah. Told. So this is Lori, very beautiful, and to the left, she's got places to go, a career to build, and she seems to be in the process of building a career. In the next few months, we shall see a lot of Lori Harvey all over the place. It appears that she wants to get into the music business, acting. We're going to see a lot of Lori. In the next few months, it's going to begin, and it's going to be like for the next few years, because her parents are turning her from her desire to be married and to be a real housewife in real life to having a career, to doing something with herself, because she's very depressed. People obviously think this girl is very beautiful. She's aware of her beauty, and she knows it, and she adores it, and it is her calling card, right? However, she says she hasn't got much love from anybody, and she was in a relationship with a man who professed to love her, but he was telling lies. And this is her connection between her and P. Diddy. This is P. Diddy right here. P. Diddy is doing his thing. These people have a genuine affection for each other. But you will notice, Lori, well, you won't notice because you won't see, but Lori's shell is open towards P. Diddy. P. Diddy's shell is not open towards her. He's looking at other things. He's going to other places. But they have a connection, a person, one person. That's how they met. This person used to lie to Lori that they loved her, dearly. And she fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. This girl must be going through some kind of heartbreak because he lied. He was lying to her. And what he did to her connected her to P. Diddy. If that makes sense, if I'm making sense. What one man did to Lori connected her to P. Diddy. Do you see the distance between P. Diddy and Lori? It's quite huge. Okay. I'm asking if they ever had sex, because I'm not seeing sex on the board. So I'm actually asking, did you two, Lori and P. Diddy, ever have sex? Because sex in the metaphysical depicts a relationship, not holding hands and having lunch or being on daddy's boat, right? Did you two ever have sex? I get a resounding no from both parties. I get a resounding no. There was no sex involved. And still, I am saying to my ancestors, so I was right. I was right that it was a gimmick. It was a publicity stunt. It was a misinterpreted thing, by the press, by the media. Yes. They can misinterpret. I used to be a journalist, so I can say that. So anyway, there's a resounding no. There was no sexual relationship. There we go. Lori's talking. He's like my mentor. He's helping me with my career. And I'm really grateful. Okay, so since you're talking, girl, do tell us, who broke your heart? The one who had a baby. The one who's such a smooth talker and has got so many secrets. The one the one whose name your ancestors won't say. We went out for a while. I picked him over Future. I fell for everything that he had to say. I really fell for it. And when I love hard. And then one day he just tells me, oh, by the way, I housed up a bitch and she's having my baby. And then I discovered that they have a very long-term relationship. I think what we are hearing here is the story of Trey and his baby mama. Okay? We're just going to be brave like that because grandma don't play that shit. Okay? Okay. So, she's saying, okay, we'll let her speak in her own words. In fact, we will seek clarity right now because gossipers need to be in the know in great detail. So she's saying he made it out as if she was like, some girl he just knocked up and she wouldn't abort, and so he had to take care of the kid, right? He made it out like it was a nothing situation, and she could, then they could be together. Then she says, then I saw a picture on his Instagram of him kissing the foot of another woman. It wasn't me. Everybody thought it was me, even my friends, but it wasn't me. So I asked him about it, and he said, well, he does love her, but in a friendly sort of way. Then I found out things. I found out things about him and her. And on this board, Exhibit A, him, her, their baby. Yes. The pregnancy, when she found out. This girl has no life. Lori has no fucking life. I mean, her entire shells are on this story. Really. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, no life, none. So anyway, let's get back to what she's saying, right? Now that she's showed me the actors and the, Okay, so she's saying, I found out that she'd been with him. I'm just going to say what she said, because this is metaphysical science. There is no base. There's no physical, scientific proof over it. This is mere speculation. She is saying she found out he'd been with her since she was 15. We're not going to ask how old he was. He could have been 9. Okay. But since she was 15. They've been together for a long time. He was using me to cover up that situation. He was using me to cover up that situation with the media. No wonder he became more attentive. No wonder he became more loving. No wonder he would now wanted to be seen in public with me when he didn't before, because he wanted to cover up that situation. What situation, baby girl? The baby. He didn't want the world to know he was having a child because he felt his female fans would abandon him, because they were hoping that they would be the ones to have a baby with him. That's so fucking delusional. I'm sorry. Anyway, she says, yeah, she agrees with me. Delusional, I know. So she says, this girl, I found out just before she gave birth. Then, it broke my heart, because I realized that he really cared for her. You guys got to hear about this baby months after the baby was born, and you got to see an old picture. But then I actually lived it. And he would tell me, she ain't nothing. I'm just stepping up to my responsibilities. But, the vibe, everything about them said she was everything to him, and I couldn't anymore. I could not keep my eyes closed. I just couldn't. I knew there was no possibility of marriage with him, and I had to leave, because that's the one thing I want in my life. I had to leave, so I did. While I'm at it, I feel it's only fair to tell you people that whatever popularity Lori harvested over the years, and she did harvest a lot of popularity to get to the peak where you guys know her, it's gonna die out. Literally, it appears the jobs that P. Diddy is helping her with are sort of in the background. She sort of likes the background, and he sort of was telling her, you need to come out of the background. You need to not be behind the camera, and to be in front of the camera. But this girl really wants to get married. This girl really wants to have kids. And this girl says if she does that, if she steps out onto the limelight and she goes hard, like I am doing right now, she will suffer the consequences of never getting married or getting a real husband. And P. Diddy was telling her, husbands don't matter. He's trying. You know what? He was doing it because of her parents. Her parents asked him to do this. Her parents asked him to mentor her and to help her out, because she was in such a deep funk, a deep depression, that they had to ask for help, and he stepped up. This P. Diddy person is not who I thought he was. When I used to look at him, I used to see a cold motherfucker who had absolutely no interest in other people. But this guy, this man, he goes out of his way for the downtrodden in the industry, for those who struggle. Like, I keep picking him. I keep picking up that trait whenever I read him. I picked it up when I saw him in Nicki Minaj. I picked it up again. I'm picking it up again now. He will help, especially about mental issues, because frankly, this guy is very balanced. This man is extremely balanced. He doesn't have high highs and low lows. He's extremely balanced, and he's a great observer of nature, a great observer of people. And I gotta tell you, he's given up on black people, which, yeah, because I got my hand here, and he says he's given up. He says they don't understand that talking and screaming and marching and making noise does not bring permanent change. What brings permanent change is being a wealthy class. If all black people worked hard and they made money, we would then have a voice. We would then be reckoned with. He says he's sick and tired of the marchings and the protests, and he won't. But if you want to uplift yourself so that you can do better for the race, he's all for it, and he will help you. Now I'm saying, dude, really, I'm not political by nature, and we're not going there, but he had to say that. He had to give out his message. I feel like I've heard this message before. I feel like he said this before. I don't know where. He agrees. He says, yeah, I say it all the time, but nobody seems to hear me. Yeah, dude, I felt like that. Anyway, this man has more substance than I mean, we know he's intelligent and crazy, smart and all that, but he has more substance than I gave him in the very beginning. It makes me wonder about why he didn't marry and why he isn't married, But there was no relationship between him and Lori Harvey at all. He just stepped in to help a girl when her relationship with the man she had decided she might want to be with went topsy-turvy. And having said that, though, they were never meant to marry. Trey and Lori were never meant to marry. Okay, let us look at Lori and see if she will get married, which is her wish. Lori, will you get married? Lori, will you get married? Lori, will you get married? Let's see. Eyes closed. I always hate to see the answers to this. That will be a yes after a pregnancy. So a pregnancy will come first. A pregnancy, not a baby. A pregnancy will come first. She will get pregnant. She is talking. She really talks. She has the sweetest, gentlest voice. She's talking. She says, I'm just gonna decide to go it alone, and I'm just gonna get pregnant. I'm not really expecting to get married, but I'm just gonna get pregnant, and then he's just gonna marry me. And the man who's gonna marry her is much older than she is. Lori is a Katozinya. She really likes them older because she really does have a crush. She really did want P. Diddy. He, not at all. She, yes. She really wanted him. She wanted him to be her man. She wanted to marry him and have his babies. She probably still can because there is an older male here. An older male who used to be married to a very beautiful woman. He's older. He's dark-skinned. I'm trying to get his career. He's in the entertainment business. I see a little music. I don't see movies, but I see other forms of entertainment. He's in the entertainment business. He's much older than her. And like I said, it could be P. Diddy, because he kind of looks like it. But anyway, she's gonna get pregnant first, and then he marries her. And she's actually standing in the relationship that will lead to her marriage. She's seeing someone. She's actually seeing someone. And she is having a sexual relationship with him. She's seeing him. She's actually in that relationship. Lori, who are you seeing? Is it P. Diddy? Who are you seeing? Is it P. Diddy? We know that if you shake your tail feather, in front of a man long enough, he's gonna take it. Okay. So is it P. Diddy? That's a no. It's not him. Oh my God, now I'm really curious. And on that note, I am ending this video because these are like sessions, short little practice sessions, which I will share. But I decided that I was going to stop every video at around 30 minutes or so. And on that note, I'm stopping this video. So what did I learn here? I learned that I was right! I was right. There was no relationship between P. Diddy and Lori Harvey. There wasn't. She is, however, in a relationship with a much older man. She is sleeping with a much older man. She's currently in that relationship. And a pregnancy is going to come from that relationship planned by Lori. She's going to plan it herself. Planned by her. And then he's going to marry her anyway. Right? There is marriage. There is a commitment for this girl. And that's why her career, even though they are planning it to be dazzlers, is not going to go anywhere. Because there is a much older man. Hopefully it's not Future. Well, no, this one is a businessman. We may not even know him, but she gravitates towards the much older, which is something her mother doesn't approve of. Yeah, but there is a much older man coming, and yes, she did want P. Diddy. He didn't want her. Okay, alrighty. On that note, bye. On to the next one.